Without further ado, let's begin with tonight's X Space. I'm very happy to host this space. So I'm Yond. I'm the marketing manager of Izumi Finance, and today we have many guests here from the Mental ecosystem. We have Zuki, infra growth lead of Mental. We have Jason, head of DeFi at XLR. We have Michael or Mikkel, should I call him Mikkel, from Lendo, and also William from Cash Tree, and also Felix from Bella Protocol. All right, so I think William is back. Let me try if he can connect. Hey, William, welcome back to the stage. Let's get started with a little bit of self introduction. So let's begin with, because I see Felix here as the number one guest. So maybe, Felix, you can introduce yourself and maybe your protocol as well.
Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks for having me. My name is Felix. I'm the co-founder of Bella Protocol. So Bella Protocol, we provide a suite of tools that aggregate yield and also tooling for Uniswap V3. So we have one main product is called Flex Savings. That we are live on Mental and ZK Sync and Ethereum to aggregate yield and to do auto compounding and streamline experience for yield farming. And we also provide this interesting tool called Tuner for Uniswap V3. So if you have any quantitative strategies on Uniswap V3, you can use our product. It's completely free and open source. So in total, we have around $15 million TVL across all the chains.
Thank you. So we've been actually in a very close relationship with Bella Protocol as they finished the integration with Izumi Finance since I think a couple months ago, and then now they extended their service on Mental. So very happy to reconnect with you. To be a part of the Bella Protocol ecosystem as well. Because for a concentrated liquidity style DEX like us, I think it's beneficial for users to use the ALM protocol to manage their positions instead of having to move their position manually. So I think partnerships with Bella Protocol is like a boost in terms of accessibility and also like user friendliness. Right. So let's jump right into the next guest, which is William from Cash Tree. Hey, can you please introduce yourself and what Cash Tree does?
Thanks for hosting this. Appreciate everyone's time today. My name is William Purdy. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer at Cash Tree. We're a mobile advertising platform. Basically, we're turning screen time into earnings. We're an Indonesia-specific app. We have over 10 million downloads on the Google Play Store, over 50,000 daily active users. And just a few months ago, we expanded into the crypto realm with Cash Tree Token, a loyalty reward token that's actually now available on Bybit. We just completed a launchpad on their platform. And our app is pretty simple. We're kind of a Web2 company that's making a Web3 evolution. Basically, within our application, you engage with everyday digital experiences, things like following Twitter accounts or watching videos or completing tasks like surveys. And then from that, you earn some real money that you can cash out into your own bank account. With Cash Tree Token, we're not really just offering a token or adding it into our application. Within Indonesia, we're trying to create a bridge to the world of crypto, DeFi, and NFTs to bring Indonesia more online to the crypto world and introducing non-native crypto people into the crypto ecosystem in a way that's accessible, educational, and most importantly, rewarding for everyone.
Great. You might have noticed that I secretly leaked the first alpha of tonight's space, which is the pinned tweet of this space. If you scroll to the very top of the space, you will see it. So basically, it's the Ultra Evolution campaign that we launched like a couple days ago. And then you may have noticed that CTT token or Cash Tree token is already available for farming on EasySwap. Just click on the link that is I think it's the last link in the pinned tweet, and you will see everything about the deal forming. So basically, if you provide liquidity to CTT and I believe it's USDT, you'll receive like extra incentives based on that. All right. Once again, thank you for staying with us here, William. So next we have Mikkel from Lendo. Hey, how are you doing?
Yes, very good. And thanks for hosting. My name is Mikael. I am one of the co-founders of Lendl. We are a over-collateralized and cross-margin lending and borrowing protocol natively deployed on Mental. And our goal is to provide a safe and sound hub for lending and borrowing to enable both DeFi users and also automated scripts to build custom strategies on Mental.
Perfect. Thanks, Mikhail. And just like CPP token, Lend token is also available for deal farming on EasySwap. And if you guys can access to EasySwap, you will see all the available pools in the farms section.
Should I go next? Can you guys hear me?
Hey, Jason. Yes, I can hear you. Hey, it's your turn to maybe introduce yourself and Axelar. Hey, Jason. Okay, it seems like Jason just dropped. I'm not sure if it's like a connection issue or Twitter Space issue. But let's skip Jason first and jump into Zuki, the Infogrowth lead of Mental. Would you please introduce yourself and maybe Mental?
Yep. Hi, everyone. This is Zuki. I'm leading Infogrowth at Mental. If any of you don't know, Mental is the Ethereum layer 2 rollup. We're a modular design based on Optimism tech stack, which makes us the cheapest among L2 in many transaction scenarios. We have a very strong ecosystem support. Apart from Grant's Eco Found, we also have a lot of user and protocol incentive campaigns such as Mental Journey, which we'll be digging into later. Thanks for Izumi for hosting this AMA. Izumi has been a wonderful and very active partner since the very beginning of Mental. And I also see a lot of the great partners here at this AMA tonight, and look forward to discuss with you about Mental, see how we can promote together and grow together. Thanks.
Thank you, Zuki. Mental is the reason why we're hosting this space, because we really appreciate your support and also very happy to build on the Mental ecosystem as well. So let's see if Jason can reconnect. Hey, Jason.
Hey, Jason, you there?
Yeah,
I think Jason
sent him.
Jason can hear everyone. Okay, Jason can hear everyone except the Izumi account. Is what's happening right now. So this is like a I've seen a lot of interesting things happen with Twitter Spaces, but this is definitely a new one.
Okay, I think.
Hey, Jason, can you hear me?
I think I can hear you guys now. That was so strange.
All right, awesome.
Great. So let's move forward. So Jason, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Apologies for the inconvenience, guys. Let me introduce myself. Yeah, I'm Jason. I lead DeFi at Axelar. Axelar is a decentralized full stack interoperability solution. We are very proud to support Mantle as well as 49 other chains. With Axelar, it's much more than just bridging. Using Axelar's APIs and SDKs, applications can use our message passing, which is ability, to call contracts, pass payloads across different chains to build these natively cross-chain applications. We believe with this kind of interoperability solution is how you massively improve the user experience and help onboard the next billion users. Happy to be here today.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate Jason and what Jason and Axelar does this year, especially with that, pops of new layer 2s. I think Axelar and Squid Router has been a very critical role in terms of providing a very excellent cross-chain bridging experience. And yeah, so very happy to be here. Very happy to invite you guys here. All right, so let me introduce the second topic of today, which is the Ultra Evolution campaign. So just like what's written in the pinned post, so I guess everybody has been very familiar with the Ultra Evo concept. So it's actually a deal farming incentives campaign that we launch on multi-chains. Like previously, we launched another chapter on BNB chain and also zkSync era as well. So these has been great successes, and we've now extend this great campaign on Mental, which means that you have the opportunity to farm with multiple tokens with extra incentives. So I think it's like a great opportunity for us to reunite with all these maybe it's native protocols on Mantle or multi-chain protocols that have been our partners as well. All right, so let's jump right into the next question. So I would start this question by asking, so maybe Mikkel, you can go first. So the question is about what potentials do you seek in the Mantle ecosystem, and what impact is Lendo looking to create in this ecosystem? Since you guys are a native Mantle project, so I think you should be able to cover this topic.
Yep, definitely. Thank you. Yeah, Mantle being a very cheap and fast OP stack type rollup with a modular architecture, combined with the treasury they have, I think provides for a very nice and solid ecosystem to grow, both in terms of tech, but also in terms of like business strategy and ecosystem development. And then specifically focusing on yielding assets as the base layer for liquidity on Mantle, combined with the liquid staked Mantle ETH, and the big chunk of ETH that Mantle has, actually as a roll-up, in the end, provides them with block space on Ethereum mainnet, which I think in regards to all the other L2s is quite a unique proposition. And from what I've seen so far, Mantle is doing really good into leveraging that future opportunity back into the now. So in that sense, we believe that Mantle is definitely on the good path and that they're making the right design choices, both in terms of ecosystem development and also technical choices. And our goal, being one of the first natively deployed protocols on Mantle, is to keep contributing to the growth and safety of the ecosystem, and by doing so, collaboratively growing Mantle into the hub it deserves to become.
Thank you, Mikkel. And I do believe that lending protocols or money markets has been a very crucial player in terms of building DeFi. So like us, you are also actively trying to build that infra layer to serve the Mantle DeFi ecosystem specifically for users to get leverages on. So I think that's like a good way to boost up the capital efficiency as well. Right. What about William and Cash3?
Sure, good question. We chose Mantle specifically for several reasons. We really recognize that the ecosystem is really important, or an ally in our mission, kind of to bridge the gap between traditional, conventional, non-crypto native users and the world of Web3 and crypto in general. So what we're trying to get out of Mantle and why we chose them is, our collaboration kind of aims to harness the power of their unique infrastructure that they've created to create a seamless transition of our vast user base into the realm of crypto and move them forward in a very user-friendly manner. One of Cash3's core ambitions is to introduce a lot of non-native crypto investors into the space in a frontier without the intimidation of blockchain technology, seed phrases, keys, or anything that traditionally hinders the average person from entering the space. So with the integration of Mantle Network into our services, we're kind of designing intuitive, I would say familiar interactions within our app that really don't deviate too far from the standard Web2 digital experience that users already trust and understand. By using Mantle's scalable technology, there's a lot of cost and speed benefits to the Mantle network. We're able to offer a lot of services to our users that we couldn't offer on other competing L2s or, of course, on many L1s. A lot of Mantle benefits are the things like simplified crypto transactions, an easy exploration of DeFi with minimal gas fees, interactive NFTs experiences. And these are all things that we're able to now offer our users because of Mantle Network to people who are not blockchain experts. We kind of envision our platform using Mantle as kind of the catalyst, as a new way for users to enter the Mantle network or enter the Mantle ecosystem, because it's the primary chain that we'll be integrating with our application. So our goal is kind of just to provide a comfortable, I'd say recognizable starting point for our users, and to open the door to the next million users in Indonesia, to the wider opportunities that exist on Mantle and in the crypto world. We think that this influx of fresh participants that are new to the crypto scene will really contribute to the diversity of the Mantle ecosystem. Maybe we could get some great feedback from these users who are non-crypto natives, but it also really represents, at least here in Indonesia, a significant step forward in the mainstream adoption of blockchain technology. So we hope to bring as much to Mantle as they're able to offer to us at the end of the day.
Very well said, William. So I really do appreciate what you guys are doing, especially when people talk about DeFi or people talk about crypto is the most scariest thing they can think of, maybe. So I think because of the complicated onboarding process, and you guys have definitely simplified the process of bringing more users into the crypto world, and I really appreciate protocols like you to onboard more users, even though we are not in a very good market sentiment here. But I think it's always good to get in prep before everything starts. All right, thank you so much, William. And so we've discussed this question with two native Mantle projects. So let's jump into the multi-chain projects as well. So what about Jason and Axeler? I'm pretty sure that for a cross-chain bridge like you, I think it's like I wouldn't say you guys are obligated, but I think it's always great to support a new chain. But like, what specifically is the reason that you want to extend your support to Mantle?
Yeah, that's a really great question. From an Axo standpoint, we have tons of chains asking us for support, right? But as of today, the bulk of the engineering work is done by the Axeler team. So we only have a limited bandwidth of the number of chains we can add per quarter. This is all going to change when we go to Q4 and we launch the Axeler virtual machine, which will introduce more of a self-serve model. And, blockchains themselves will be able to do the bulk of the engineering work and connect themselves to the Axeler network. And I think that will really be a game changer for the space. But going back to your question, the reason why we prioritize Mantle over some of these other blockchains, in addition to some of the things that's already been said, like the fast finality and the lower fees, is really where this is where the builders were going. A lot of the partners we're speaking with was telling us that they wanted to launch on Mantle because Mantle just has a bunch of ecosystem initiatives that was incredibly helpful, right? Whether that was the ecosystem fund, which they have allocated 200 million to projects building on Mantle, as well as cross-chain projects deploying on Mantle, or the accelerator EduDAO that they have ready to help incubate projects. I think especially in this current bear market, right, having these type of initiatives makes a huge difference for builders. And for us, it just makes sense to go where the builders are going. And hopefully with the Axeler connection, what we aim to achieve is for projects to be able to build wherever they want to build, not just being limited to a single chain, and for the user onboarding and liquidity to flow seamlessly between Mantle and all of the other networks we connect to.
Thank you so much, Jason. I'm really glad that you brought up about EduDAO and also the whole Mantle ecosystem. So as for Izumi Finance, we're also very bullish on the transition from the BitDAO ecosystem to now Mantle ecosystem, and empowering the MNT token with more utilities, and we definitely look into that. And just like you mentioned, it has like a huge potential where all the devs and also builders be a fan of. So I think building on Mantle is super potential in terms of a DEX like us. So we're here to serve the users and provide universal accessible DeFi services to them as well. And what about Felix? Like for Bella Protocol, why do you specifically look into Mantle, and what potential do you seek in this ecosystem?
Mm-hmm. We have a very similar reasoning with Jason, and also like because we closely partner with Izumi, and I chat with Izumi team a lot, and then like I'm also a good friend with with Mental team, so that's why like Mental kind of stand it out from all the other chains. Personally, like I have like big hope for BitDAO. In the past, I participated in the crowdfunding, uh, but also like witnessed like the whole 2 years, the transition, and now like I have pretty optimistic about Mental ecosystem as a whole. And also, like, I'm a big fan of concentrated liquidity. Izumi Finance provides a very good, platform for traders, to enjoy concentrated liquidity, on different chains. So that's also part of the reason, we keep integrating with Izumi on different chains as well.
Great. So one thing really one thing that is like really interesting about DeFi is building Legos on top of each protocol, right? So for us, we are basically the I would say like the most fundamental fundamental tool for users to get access to, like as DEX, and then I think there are multiple Legos that can be built on top of DLAMM, which is our own innovative AMM, which is similar to concentrated liquidity, of course. And so we are glad to have ALM partners like Beller and also Range Protocol as well, to benefit users more with a variety of selections to farming strategies and also LP strategies. And by the way, we are also in partnership with another interesting protocol called, I'll have to double check, sorry. I think it's called, it's like a permissionless P2P protocol. Sorry about that. I forgot the name. So it's called, Teller. So we actually hosted an AMA session with them a couple of days ago. They introduced like a very interesting topic, which is like P2P loans. It's just like a lending protocol that, based on order book. Basically, you can unlock more capital efficiency with your EZ token as collateral, and to borrow more assets from them. So we're very happy to see all these innovations that are popping in the Mental ecosystem, and so this directs me to the next question. So, what are some great innovations that you see in the Mental ecosystem that is growing or maybe has the potential to grow? And what's the experience to build on Mental in general? So maybe this time we can have Felix. You want to go first?
Sure. I think Mental gives a lot of like opportunities for a lot of other DeFi protocols as well as maybe games and other sectors. So we are actively looking into other sectors as well. And I think Izumi has this like interesting bond stablecoin called IUSD, and I think IUSD is like using Oracle, and then like to bridge from real world asset is another thing that we are looking to integrate as well. So for now, we will first launch our yield aggregator. We will try to be the number one yield aggregator on Mental, and that's our kind of a short-term milestone. And after that, we are going to we are going into other sectors or other products, and maybe more integrations in the future.
Great. Thanks for bringing up IUSD, which is our Lifeline product as well. And one thing we really get interested in the Mental ecosystem is that the support of all kinds of LSDs and also LST tokens. So like concentrated liquidity style DEXs, like in nature, is very supportive of these packed assets and also stable assets, like for example between stable coins and also between packed, let's say ETH as well. So I think it's a great place for us to sort of like hold these assets and to provide extra capital efficiency based on all these like LSD assets. And I think that's like a very, very unique and very, very exclusive advantage of the Mental ecosystem. So yeah, what about Jason? Like how's the bridging or how's the integration with Mantle go, and how can you benefit from Mantle's infrastructure?
Yeah, so we've been live on Mantle for...
This space was downloaded via spacesdown.com. Visit to download your spaces today.
I think pretty much since near the first week of Mantle going live. And, we've seen a ton of demand. I can just pull up some numbers and I can tell you, I think, since we've launched, let me see how much million of liquidity we've already moved. Yeah, so we've done, over 6 million of liquidity being moved into Mantle, and then leaving Mantle, we have, let's see, 1 second. And we have only 500,000 liquidities actually left Mantle, right? So you can see that, through Axeler, we've moved over 6 million liquidity as net inflow to the ecosystem. I think that's really exciting because whenever we see there's a net inflow, it really shows the health of that ecosystem. And what we're really excited by is, Axeler is just really more than just asset transfers. We're seeing quite a few projects using our message passing to expand some Mantle to create more, interesting cross-chain use cases, whether that's cross-chain lending or cross-chain yield aggregation. And from our perspective, over time, we're going to see more and more of these natively cross-chain projects deploying on Mantle, given a lot of the reasons we previously mentioned.
Great. Thanks for bringing up all these data and stats. And I think it definitely explains why we're so bullish on the Mantle ecosystem, given on the net inflow of the capital size. And I think that's a great way to explain things. So, Mikhail, would you go ahead?
Yes. Yeah, I just quickly wanted to jump in and thank Jason for that as well, since we also have the Squid router integrated on Lendl, and we have also integrated a cross-chain supply module, meaning that enabled by Axelar and Squid, users can bridge and deposit directly from any of the other L2s directly onto Lendl. And it's been a pleasure working with Squid and Axelar to integrate it. It was a nice and smooth process.
Thank you Axelar and Jason for being such a big role in supporting other native protocols as well. Yeah, we really love to see more tighter and closer relationship between these amazing protocols to bring a more lively ecosystem growth. All right, what about William? So what was the okay, go ahead if you can still remember.
Yeah. Actually, first off, what I wanted to say is basically going to echo everything that the other teams have already said. Our experience with Mantle has been fantastic. We met with them at Token 2049 over lunch, and the support from them has been really fantastic, whether it be technical, community engagement, or just anything outside of that. It's really a strategic move because of several of the key points that we mentioned before: speed, security, the community that already exists there. And because, of course, it's EVM, a lot of users are super easy to bring over, just porting or bridging. And then, of course, for our development team, because it is EVM, it's quite easy to build on. And, of course, we have the security of the Ethereum network at its base. So, it's fast and secure. We were really impressed before choosing Mantle of the community-driven governance that exists. So it's really democratic, user-influenced ecosystem. Something that was already mentioned by some other teams, but innovations on Mantle, like the data availability layer, liquid staking derivatives, those things really stood out for us for either current or future development. Enhancing transaction efficiency, but also capital utilization. And given our background or our future entry into DeFi, these are all important aspects when we're talking about scaling in so many users that we have. These features not really only align with our goal of, let's say, simplifying financial access, but it also really opens the door for users to engage into more sophisticated crypto activities should they choose so. So we're really excited to roll out these things over time, over the next year or so, as as Mantle Network gets a few upgrades that we're looking forward to, like their wallet abstraction, that'll be coming out in a few months, something we're looking forward to adding. But really overall, Mantle's infrastructure, development team, the community initiatives, it all creates this perfect blend for what we wanted at Cashtree, driving user engagement, broadening our feature set, and mostly, because we're dealing with money, doing it in a way that it's secure and efficient. So, just like everyone else, our development goals have been, met on time with little complications, and Mantle has supported us every time that we've reached out to get clarity on anything. So fantastic experience so far.
Yep. I just want to echo on William that Mantle has been super dev ready and also supportive of all these complicated questions that we encounter during our migration to Mantle. And I think Mantle itself has been super compatible with EVM, and I think most devs can get used to it. So I think that's like a big advantage on building as well and introducing more new devs and also dev teams to integrate with Mantle. So yep, Felix, you wanna speak up about this?
Sorry, can you repeat the question again?
Yeah. So what was the experience to build on Mantle, and what are some Oh, sorry, I think you've already answered this question. So I think what you didn't answer is that what was the experience to build on Mantle?
Right. So I think it's actually quite smooth. For example, we try to bridge BEL token, BEL token into Mantle, and then to give out incentives for yield farming. And it probably took several weeks for us to bridge officially onto zk Sync, but it only took us probably 1 week to bridge onto Mantle. And I think the ecosystem as a whole is growing really fast. I see probably more than 2 dozens of DeFi protocols are launching right now. So I guess it's going to be quite some competition going forward. But yeah, so far so good.
All right, perfect. So we finished up I think the first part of our questions, and Zuki, sorry for putting you aside, and it's your turn to. I give you the stage to to explain the next two questions to the audience, because this Twitter space is also dedicated to bringing more attention to the Mantle ecosystem as well. And I think one thing that we should really bring up is the Mantle Journey Miles, or the Mantle Journey campaign. Would you please explain to the audience what Mantle Journey campaign is, and what Mantle Journey Miles can do, and also what are some good strategies to earn them as well?
Yeah, thanks, John, and thanks everyone for introducing to the audience about Mantle. I think you guys definitely did a better job than me. So let me introduce a little about Mantle Journey first. Mantle Journey is our first ecosystem-wide campaign for rewarding both users and protocols. The way we do that is we index your on-chain activities and interactions on Mantle Network through all the dApps protocols that deploy on Mantle, and we convert them into journey miles. So for season alpha, we have 10 million MNT tokens rewarded for users, which will determine by the number of miles they accrue at season end, which is about the start of next year. And another 10 million MNT tokens are for protocols that accrue user transactions and TVL on Mantle. So for users, it's pretty straightforward. You can use your wallet and connect on Mantle Journey webpage to mint an SBT, and then all of the on-chain activity on all of the dApps on Mantle will be indexed and count into miles. All the roles, like the number of miles you get when you bridge, when you have a number of assets on your wallet, are listed in our Mantle Journey website. All the users are welcome to check it out and also get this information from the dApps that of your favorite. And for protocols, we are going to rank the contribution by both TVL and number of transactions. We'll have 2 leaderboard just to suit different types of dApps on Mantle. we'll probably have some surprise like mid journey event going on before the season end, but we are not we will announce it very soon. Good strategies, I think. There's no best strategy for earning the miles because it's a really continuous campaign that shows your commitment and your love for mental. So I think the best strategy is just enjoy all the activities in all mental dApps. And we are trying to host a lot of co-campaigns with the dApps on mental, and with the help of the like each of the dApps have their own specialty in what they do and how they attract the users and how they make the best experience for the users. So it's only through the collaboration with all the dApps that Mental Journey thrives. So and also to be noted, this is only the first season. It is not a one-off thing. We'll keep on collecting feedback and from those users and protocols to decide what our future journey will look like. Yeah, that's about it. Thanks, Jan.
Thank you. Really appreciate your alpha info here. So if you guys are interested in participating in the Mental Journey campaign and also earn Mental Journey miles, make sure you follow. Oh, I think Mental, the main account of Mental is not here, but I think you can search the main account by typing in 0x Mental. You should be able to find it, and then there are a ton of info about the Mental Journey campaign, and you guys can participate. And I really agree that it's a really good strategy for Mental to launch this campaign for both users and also protocols to be a part of. And we are really excited to take this as a great opportunity to trying to stimulate the growth of a mental ecosystem as well. I think it's like a really, really good strategy because I don't think there are any other layer 2s that has been growing this strategy, like launching a campaign for both the protocols and also the users. It's mostly like focusing on the users only, but I think it's like a nice way to have all the protocols to be a part too. All right, so I think I have like a little question about the Mental Citizen NFTs. Like, what are some utilities of the Citizen NFTs, and if there's any?
Right. The Mental Citizen NFT started minting, I think, 2 weeks ago. We already have 35,000 Mental Citizen NFT minted. So far, the NFT, we'll announce the utility for the NFT probably very soon, but there will be a lot of like utilities either related to like trading or like upgrading your trades with Mental Journey miles, and a lot of ecosystem perks when you participate deeper in the Mental ecosystem. Yeah, so I think that's so far all the things I can say about the Citizen NFT, but we will launch more information about that soon.
Great. Thank you, Zuki, for that piece of alpha as well. Okay, so next question is still for you. So the whole year of 2023 has been a very successful year of launching all these new layer 2s. Specifically, I think at the beginning of this year, we have Arbitrum just announced their airdrop plan, and also we have zkSync Era. Coming up, we have Base, Linea, Scroll, all these type of layer 2s, and also Mental, of course. And my question to you is, with such a high competition coming from other layer 2s and other builders, what's the key for Mental to onboard the next wave of users?
Yeah, that's a very good question. We do see a lot of competition among layer 2s. Like the outsider will think we're doing the same thing, but actually each of the chain has their own advantage and also their problems. For Mantle, we were just trying to build the best infrastructure, and we provide the best blockchain infrastructure for the dApps for developers to build on. In terms of ecosystem building, I think there's two major strategy. We do think that to onboard more liquidity and onboard users, it's definitely important to have interest-bearing asset or like money making, either is a fixed income or it's a speculation income on chain on all of the protocols. So Mantle is trying to become the interest-bearing asset hub. Mantle is launching in a month our own branded LSD product called METH, where it works similar as Lido. Users can stake their Ethereum on Mantle, and then they will get extra reward if they hold MNT on that LSD product. And also we are launching MUSD, which is interest-bearing stable coins that we work together with Ondo Finance, which is the second largest RWA issuer in the market right now. It is very different than the USDY on Ondo, is that MUSD only increase in the number of your token instead of the value. So it essentially is really a like interest-bearing stablecoin where you can use in a lot of DeFi protocols, and you can also like save it, like use it as a cross-chain stables. We are going to encourage and welcome a lot of the derivatives protocol on building on asset-bearing asset, whether it's LC-Fi or RWA-Fi. And the very big advantage of Mantle over these kind of categories that we have a very large treasury. As everyone probably know, Mantle is incubated by BitDAO, which is one of the largest DAO in crypto. We have 2.5 billion treasury, and BitDAO now turns the name into Mantle governance. A lot of the treasury can be used to either stake into our own protocols and serve as a liquidity pool or like the base asset for a lot of the LSDs to play on. And also it creates more security that everyone sees. Mantle itself is deploying money on our own product, and which means we definitely are very, very careful about how these products are built and how we kind of do some innovations around that. So this is one strategy about bringing the money making or like interest bearing features on Mantle chain. And the second is for mass adoption. Mantle has very specific grants for many cultural projects, such as like off-chain NFT community, such as something like SocialFi. We have a Fantech, which is gaining over 1,000 DAU on Mantle. And we are trying to build a lot of good infrastructure, like around AA, or around all of the new features that lower the barrier of entry for the mass users. So yeah, with these two big strategy, I definitely think there will be more liquidity coming to Mantle, and more users and protocols will be benefit from these resources and this ecosystem.
Thank you so much, Zuki. I personally very appreciate the diversity of available diversity of dApps that are available on the Mantle ecosystem, and we so look forward to the integration with MUSD and METH as well, because they can definitely have some chemical reaction based on capital efficiency, and we are so ready to support these two assets. And we also can't wait to see MUSD and METH being supported by Lendo as a collateral asset, or an available strategy on Bella Protocol, or maybe available for Axeler to bridge on, and also Cash Tree to integrate with MUSD as well to give it more use cases. So I think in terms of like innovation and all these like underlying the most fundamental assets that Mantle can bring, is definitely a great I would say like a great potential in terms of building, especially in the bear market. We're still not in a bull yet, even though the market sentiment has been turning well these days. But given the macro environment, we're still not ready for a bull market to return. But I guess, with all these preps, I think we can be ready for the next wave of users. All right. So thank you so much, guys, and we are officially at our last question. So this question is for everyone, and the question is. We're in the very last quarter, Q4 of 2023, and what are you delivering next in the rest of this year and maybe starting next year? So we can start with William.
First off, thanks for having me today. This was a fantastic discussion. Actually, that's a really great question, and I'm glad that I get this opportunity to speak first. I'm actually dropping some alpha right now. We have been working for the past 2 months to become a neobank. And what I mean by that is to bring a lot of digital financial solutions into our application. So it's more than just a way to earn some pennies from doing missions, but we're actually going to be integrating digital debit cards, peer-to-peer payment systems, e-commerce, and so many more things into our application at the end of this year. It's really exciting because what it's going to allow people to do is, one, they'll have more ways to earn rewards, which is always the biggest thing from people that are using our platform. But two, it adds more functionality and it adds increased utility to Cashtree Token, which we're really excited to do. So we'll have best pricing features for top e-commerce platforms here in Indonesia, like Shopee and Tokopedia. We'll have more ways to earn. We're going to have increase in programmatic advertising and user-generated content. We're going to have a seamless financial interaction experience with peer-to-peer banking. Transactions should be quite smooth and personal with very low minimums and low fees. We'll be adding a boost functionality to our rewards system where, depending on what tier of CTT holdings you have, you can enhance your earnings and app features and interactions. So that's something that we're really looking forward to seeing what type of impact that has on our ecosystem at Cashtree Token. It just adds a new exciting layer of user engagement, new utilities. And finally, the seamless financial interactions are just going to just really boost the profile of our application to merge the best of Web 2 banking with the future, which is Web 3 DeFi. This isn't really just like an upgrade to our app, it's an entire transformation. On top of these feature sets, we're also moving to a TikTok-based user interface where we'll be using an internal algorithm to promote content based on your demographic profile and past engagement. So we think we'll strike with the user a bit better on our engagement numbers. Users currently spend 30 minutes per day on our app. I think we can double that. We're really trying to position Cashtree here as your all-in-one financial hub within Indonesia, and sooner than later, we'll be also going global with our application. So we're looking forward to everyone on this call, not just those that are in Indonesia, getting access to our application. And, just with these innovations, it's a ton, we're going to be turning everyone's smartphone into kind of this powerhouse of financial opportunity and convenience with the ability to earn a secondary income through your phone and to buy real tangible goods at the end of the day with the digital experience that you create. So a lot to look forward to in the next 2 months.
Great. Thank you so much, William. And I really personally very happy to see you guys doing all these jobs and calling your new concept neobank. I think it's a really cool concept, and you guys are really being the real heroes of the mental ecosystem for being the gateway to onboard the next wave of users. And we are so ready for to take that traffic from you guys and to serve more users in the Indonesian market or maybe global market later on. Thank you so much. And Felix, what about you? What can we expect from Bella Protocol in the last quarter of 2023?
Yeah, so we have been through 2 bear markets, and now it seems that we are entering a new phase for the beginning of the bull market in the next year. So I'm pretty optimistic about all the DeFi the DeFi sector as a whole. the TVL has been declining to around $38 billion, but still like a very big number if we compare the beginning of 2020, right? So the market has changed a lot. There are more L2s, there are more DeFi protocols coming out. Like I think there are plenty of opportunities for us to become the leading yield aggregator on Mantle, and also to partner closely with Izumi and also Mantle ecosystem to support some ecosystem projects. Like we always try to build like innovative products that's leveraging the DeFi Lego. So we'll look into other protocols that we can integrate, or we can maybe like try out some like structured products with like yield, with like real asset yield, and some other interesting stuff.
Thank you, Felix. I hope Bella Protocol can support a variety of more assets, and also more LP strategies on, especially like V3 style DEXs on Mantle. Right, Mikkel, what about you? What about Lendo?
Yeah, I really echo William's vision of extending Web3 and to the more Web2 oriented space. This is something we at Lendo are also very bullish on, because even though we might be entering a new era in terms of bull cycles, I think to really grow the Web3 space, we must extend further than just Web3 native assets. And the tokenization of real-world assets such as T-bills or tokenized bonds, I think that's a very good first step, because those markets in the more traditionally oriented financial world, they are still orders of magnitude larger than Web3. And to like take in more TVL and also more users, I think that is like a quintessential thing for us to do. So that's something that we are also heavily focusing on, to have yielding assets on Lendo, and to also have non-crypto native assets onto Lendo. Because if you attract quote unquote real world yields onto a lending market as a collateral asset, all of a sudden the utility of those assets can be boosted, and the more advanced DeFi strategies can also yield a lot more. So in terms of capital efficiency, that's like really boosted a lot. And then on the other side, we are also looking to integrate more partner protocols on top of Lendo, since lending and borrowing, as we see it, is an infrastructure provider for lending and borrowing. We do not directly offer complex strategies on Lendo ourselves, but we work together with partner protocols to build, for example, pseudo-delta neutral farming vaults, where collateral can be posted on Lendo, and then the borrowed assets can be used to farm. But we should also, and that will definitely happen this year, but some alpha, it might even happen in the next 2 to 3 weeks. We will have a partner protocol integrating on Lendo to enable direct margin trading with a very slick UI, I must say. To me, this is very nice, because, like I said, we really want to be the Switzerland lending borrowing technology provider on Mantle. So any partner protocols that are directly integrating on top of Lendo, they really bring about our vision, where we are the platform and where other people can tap into the liquidity layer in a safe and sound way.
Yeah, Mikkel, we really believe in you, and we hope Lendo can be the core component of the DeFi ecosystem or DeFi infrastructure of the whole Mantle ecosystem. So we really wish you guys success in the near future, or maybe in the longer future. All right. What about Jason? You don't have to be specific at Mantle, but just like in general, what are you guys delivering next?
Yeah, for sure. I already mentioned a little bit about the Axeler virtual machine, and that will allow smaller blockchains to be able to connect to the Axelar network in a more self-serve, permissionless type of way. And the implication of that will be, rather than our engineering team adding one chain at a time, you can imagine all these other chains could be able to connect themselves from their side, and that will help us dramatically scale our coverage, right? It took us 2 years to get to connecting 51 chains. I think after the Axelar Virtual Machine is launched, we'll scale to like connecting hundreds of chains probably within the next year. So that will be huge, I think, for interoperability and the space as a whole. The second thing that I'm personally really excited for is the launch of our interchain token service. And what the interchain token service is, it's a no-code solution that allows anyone to not only create a token, but to create like an omni-chain token that can exist on any of the EVM chains supported by Axelar. It only takes a few minutes. Even someone like myself who knows zero code can go to this portal, enter some information like what you want to call the token, and things like how many tokens to mint, and using Axelar's decentralized infrastructure will actually help you register that token on all of these chains. So I'm sure many of us have had that time when we thought, oh, only if I can create a token, maybe I can create a meme token. Now, not only can you do it without knowing any code, you can make it cross-chain as well. So I think that will really change a lot of things, given that right now one of the hot topics is all about like tokenization, right? But tokenizing on creating a token on one chain is pretty meaningless in a world that's hundreds of chain, if not thousands of chain. So this is kind of our answer to that.
Thank you so much, Jason and Axelar. And Axelar has been I would say like a really good player, a really crucial player of the whole year of 2023. Given we have a lot of like new layer 2s or new chains coming up, and we really appreciate that. And we also look forward to Axelar being, shining next year. Right. We'll wrap this up by introducing Zuki. So can you let us know?
Sorry, I'm not able to hear your questions. Would you mind repeating?
Yeah. So the question is simple. Like, what's the next move of Mantle? Like, what's the next big step?
Yes. The only thing Mantle is going to focus on for ongoing process is the better experience for both users and protocols, both in terms of like developer experience, user experience, and the Mantle support. We'll keep announcing new products and new ecosystem-wide support. And thanks everyone for supporting and coming to Mantle.
All right, guys. So thank you all for being here. It's been an absolute wonderful session of 60 minutes, and thank you all the audience for staying here with us as well. Also, thank you, William. Thank you, Felix, and Mikkel, Jason, and Zuki for being here and speaking up. And thank you for these insightful information and alpha as well. So we'll wrap this up, and I'll see you guys in the next AMA session of Izumi Finance. Once again, thank you for being here. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thanks for hosting.
Thank you.
This space was downloaded via spacesdown.com. Visit to download your spaces today.